Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today started off warm and rainy, but it's getting colder and colder throughout the day, and tonight we're going 3 degrees below freezing. Tomorrow night is even colder, 5 degrees below freezing. So I don't know at that temperature if I can keep the greenhouse warm enough for the tropical trees, so I've got to get them in really soon. I've got several tropicals still to bring in. My wild almond trees here. My giant one that I forget the name of with the flowers up top. So that's got to come in. And I think this is a coral beam, the one with the little bulbous root base there. That's got to come in. I think that's about it for the tropicals. I'm going to start today by planting my Montana Fireberry Hawthorns. I've had these stratifying in the fridge for quite a while, so I'm going to plant them, and if they germinate in the greenhouse here, I'll bring them indoors and continue them growing. If they don't, I'll just keep them dormant here in the greenhouse for the entire winter, and hopefully in spring I'll get little hawthorns growing. I'll be reusing the soil from some of my trees that didn't make it. I was waiting for the soil to thaw out yesterday, and it looks like it's done that now. That's got all the cashews gathered together, so I'll put them on the compost heap. I gave away a lot of these cashews, so maybe someone has one that's still alive and I can try growing them once again. Now I better get the arm-sized jade out of here too. It just didn't make it, this one. Alright, I'll get all the soil fixed up in the pots, ready to plant the hawthorns. I've tried growing hawthorns once before and I had no luck. I think I'm going to plant the hawthorns in these 2 containers only, and I'll plant the hornbeams that Scott Winnard sent me in the larger pot here. All right, here I go. I'm going to plant the hawthorns now. All right, I'll get them opened up. Woo, they smell like, smells like wine actually. Kind of like fermenting berries. So I'm just going to plant the whole berry in the ground. I figure that's what happens in nature. So I'll take, different kinds. This one's a little more ripe than the others. And when I say ripe, I mean, kind of rotted, which is probably perfect. So I'm just going to plant them, fairly high density in here. That way, if they come up, I can start separating them, pot them out individually and that kind of thing. If I get a lot of them, you always get some die, and you always give them away. So it's always nice to have a lot of them. So these will be cool. I think they'll be quite interesting to see how they grow. I'm hoping they do grow. That would be really exciting. Okay, I think that's enough. I mean, they'll either come up or they won't, right? Now I am going to give them a watering. All right, here I go. So they'll stay in the greenhouse here. If I see anything growing, I'll move them into the warmth. But if not, I'll just keep them out here until spring. Okay, next we'll plant the hornbeam seeds. I don't know why I was reading that mornbeam. I don't know. Hornbeam. Okay, so here's those seeds. Well, I would think they hang on the tree like that, so that's the way I'll plant them. So one in here. Okay, so that's got those planted. And then there's a bag of seeds here. So I'm going to have a look at them. I'm not sure what they are. Okay, they're fluffy things. Oh, I know what these are. These are the London plane trees. That's what they are, these things. You can see the seeds. So there's like a ball that hangs off the tree, and then as it ages, it breaks open and you get all these fuzzies. So you can see the seeds in here. So that is cool. Thanks, Scott. Scott probably told me he was sending me these, and I just forgot.
So that's cool. I hope I get one growing because I just love the bark on them. It's kind of like camouflage. It's, you know, mottled and really cool. Okay, that's enough. So there, we've got the hornbeams and the London planes planted. This has got a real English theme to it, which is kind of cool. So I'll give those a water, or a water.
That takes care of planting all the seeds, so now I've got to get my tropicals potted in smaller pots and get them in the plant room. I've decided I'm going to cut back the tall tree. I just don't have room to bring it into the house with it being tall like that, and I don't think it would repot very well being that tall. So I'm going to cut it back today. We'll get flowers on it another time. Down here is the base of the tree, and you can see it comes up a single trunk and then divides into a triple trunk. That's pretty low to be dividing if you want a tree form. Right now it's sort of more of a clump style tree, which, you know, would be all right, I guess. Maybe I'll just keep it a clump style, just cutting it back for now and see how it grows. And, you know, I can always change it to a single trunk later on, but I can't get those multi-trunks back as easily. So I'll keep it as a multi-trunk, why not? I'm going to use the shears from Greenwood Bonsai, the ones that Scott Winnard sent me, to cut the tree down. So here I go. I'm going to cut it fairly short. I'm looking for leaf scars that face outwards to continue growing that clump style. So I think I don't want it too short. Maybe here. Wow, that was a big cut. All right, here comes cut number 2. Now this stem is a little smaller, so I'm going to cut it here, like that. And the third one, a little taller. I'm going to cut it here, just like that. So that really reduces it back. The trees in this seed tray here came from the YouTube channel Todd's Tropicals. So thanks, Todd. I'll try and keep them growing strong. I'll just snip the top off the coral bean also. Like that. There's one more tree that needs pruning here, and it's the Monkey Thorn Acacia. So I'm going to take it back to here, like that. And then the side branch I'm going to take off even shorter because I kind of want this trunk to develop and this to be sort of a, you know, a side branch in the canopy. So I'll take it off to here, like that. Get that potted up too. Let's head outside now and get these trees potted up. I'm going to repot the Monkey Thorn first into this nice Japanese pot. Should do quite well in here. I've got the pot all ready for planting, so I'll get the acacia out of the soil here. Seems to have a pretty good root system on it. Oh, there's a big root there. Oh dear. I was hoping for a fine fibrous root system, but it looks like there's one big strong one so far. That's what I'm seeing. Pulling it out now. There we go. Okay, so it's not a bad root system on it. There's a lot of good kind of feeder roots. So I've just got to prune off that taproot there. Okay, so here's that taproot I've got to take back. So I think I want to plant the tree, you know, fairly upright, but like that. So I'm going to come in here, like here. I can always prune the rest of that off later on as more of these radial roots develop. Some good roots on it. And then I'll just trim back some of these longer ones now. And that's about it for the root pruning. Quite conservative today.
So I'll get it in the pot now. I'm going to try and get these roots spread out as best I can. Sort of like about there. So this will be the front of the tree with the longer trunk coming forward. And I'll get out my root rake. And I'll just rake out these roots. Getting them arranged in a kind of a radial pattern. Okay, and I can fill that in with soil. So put a little soil down, raise it slightly. More soil, raise it a bit. That gets your roots tapering nicely down into the soil, so they're not too horizontal. Tree's staying upright by itself. Kind of get the angle corrected, and I can fill it in now. All right, I'll give the acacia a watering. Into the plant room it goes. It is one rainy day out here. The next tree, that tall one I cut down, I'm going to put into this Japanese pot. All right, I'm going to get it out of the seed tray here for the first time in its life. It's been growing in here for, I think, maybe three years, I think. There's a lot of cuttings in the seed tray that just didn't root. It looks like it's got quite a root system on it. These little leaves growing up, those are date palms that I planted. And I don't know if you've ever planted date palms. You plant them, they grow, and then they do nothing for many years, and then they grow again. And then I think they do nothing again. So they're very reluctant trees to grow. Well, this has quite a root system. Quite an amazing root system, in fact. And it's very firmly rooted in here. I think this is the only other tree. Oh, there's this one I got to get out. Okay, that one comes out a lot easier. I'll put that over there. Yeah, this one's got quite a root system on it. Wow. No wonder it grew so tall. Okay, I'll get the bulk of the soil off the roots, and then we'll take away the seed tray and start working on the actual roots. Sort of like that. Let's start raking away at these roots, getting them sorted out. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, I'm going to wash the roots and I'll be right back. All right, it's time to begin the root pruning. So it has some nice roots down lower, but it has these ones sticking out up top, so I've got to get rid of those. So off it comes here. Wow, it's hardwood. There we go. So that's one of those ones removed. I think I can go even more. Trim off some of these. So you're starting to see the trunk a bit more now. So there's a taproot that goes straight down here. I've got to cut that off. Just right flush here. So here I go. Like that. It's not that big a taproot, but you know, it was growing straight down. Then I've got some good roots off here. A nice one there. This one is getting really thick, so that's got to be pruned back, so I'll do that. like that. That gets rid of that. I'm going to equalize these long ones. Just kind of do a perimeter prune. Sort of like that. And I think that's pretty well getting down to a good working root base. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think I'll plant it like that. And, you know, as more roots develop, can further refine it into the upcoming years. I've got a slightly bigger pot here that I think would be more suitable. It's got a fairly large root system, this tree, so if I had a pot even slightly bigger than this, it'd be better, but this will be fine. All right, let's get this tree planted. So I don't have much choice. I've got it planted this way or, you know, the opposite side because of the way the roots are arranged or the way they've grown. So I think I'll put a mound of soil kind of in the middle here. Put the tree on top. Get those roots combed out. Like that. And then I can fill it in. A little more soil. And hopefully it'll grow strong and mighty. Okay, I'll give it a watering. Even though it's raining out. But it's not raining hard enough to water the pot. Okay. And that tree can go in the plant room. The last tree to plant from that seed tray is this coral bean tree. So I'll get that in a pot. I think this round terracotta pot is perfect for it. So I'll get a drainage screen in there, fill it up with some soil, and get the tree planted. Okay, so I'll just place the tree in the pot here. I don't know if I can get a radial root base in this one, but okay, and fill it in with soil. I'll just leave the bulb sticking up a bit. That's how it was growing in the pot, so I'll leave it like that. Kind of like that, I think would be good. And then I'll give it a watering. All right, into the plant room it goes. I'm back in the greenhouse here where it's a lot drier and a lot warmer. It's getting really cold outside. I was afraid that it was going to start snowing when I was repotting those tropical trees. So I was trying to speed along as fast as I could. I've still got the 3 almond trees to plant. So I'll do that tomorrow. I think they'll stay, you know, above freezing in here tonight. I can always put them right in front of the heater and they'll be fine. So I've got tomorrow afternoon, I can get those repotted. And that might be it because, as I said, we're going 5 degrees below freezing tomorrow night. So that's going to be quite cold. Even though it rained all day today, I lifted up the toothbrush and it's frozen in water. These are the things you have to deal with growing bonsai in Canada. I think it'll be fun someday far in the future to look back to this cold and rainy November day, watching those little seedlings get repotted from their seed tray into their first individual bonsai pot, getting their first root pruning and their first top pruning for some of them. It'll be interesting to look back how they started. Hopefully they'll be magnificent trees by then. I can take a look at this video and think, yeah, it was the start of this nice tree. And that is all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.